That was Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel with Sebastian. Rob, why did your journey start there?
Well, it's super camp, but that's not necessarily the reason why I love it. It is a very theatrical song. I'm a massive fan of Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel. Sadly, I'm old enough to remember Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel. I was born in the mid-60s. But the real link is my kids. My kids go to a local primary school, and they have this very, very larger-than-life character who's a teaching assistant. And essentially, they talk about him quite a lot. During lockdown, he was doing YouTube videos for the kids. And I just made the connection. I made the connection with the very camp theatrical song that is Sebastian. And without being too offensive, the quite camp theatrical man who is the primary school teaching assistant at a school that obviously I can't mention that my kids attend.
And that's just where you wanted things to begin.
Yeah, I think it's a good start. Super sort of hyper real camp theatrical. It's a great start to any sort of any interview. I think.
Is this why we get on?
I think so. I think there's this sort of kind of there's something, isn't there?
Well, I mean, we met through cricket.
Yep.
I responded to a Facebook ad I think you posted.
Yeah, it was on a site called I Love SE4, which again, if we're carrying on the sort of hyper-real sort of camp theme, as you well know, this is a Facebook site devoted to people that live in London SE4, that is mainly Brockley and Ladywell, that becomes quite sort of hyper-real itself, I've noticed. Has anyone lost these keys? Has anyone lost a dog? Here's a picture of Brockley Station from 1960. So I thought, well, why not use this Facebook site to advertise to cricketers? And you entered my life. You came into my life. Fantastic.
I was just thinking about that Facebook group. One of the most surreal posts I saw recently was, where do I buy a fox trap? And people gutted that guy, and rightly so.
Yeah.
But yeah, how many people did you pick up for the cricket team through Facebook?
I think about 7 or 8. And the early players, forgive me for this, were picked up through adverts I put in men's urinals in local pubs.
Right.
And of course, if you go into a urinal, you are a captive audience. You're standing staring into the wall, and you can see a poster that says join a local cricket club. So yes, a few people from the I Love SE4 site, probably I'd say 7 or 8, but quite a few from interesting
men's toilets.
Yeah, interesting approaches to advertising, plus more traditional approaches. Can I say I did put adverts on Gumtree, and obviously I did drag players into the team that used to play for other cricket teams that I used to play for. But yeah, slightly avant-garde in my approach to getting cricketers.
Yeah, through men's bathrooms. Good to have this kind of history.
Wow, yeah, legacy to pass on to my kids.
And we're both cricket tragics.
Yeah.
Are any of the songs on your list today, on your journey, are any of those songs in any way related to cricket?
Absolutely not. I mean,
none, not a one.
Absolutely not. I'm just double checking now in my mind, and no, there is absolutely. I mean, if there would have been one, it would have been the famous sort of Booker T and the MG song that used to introduce when BBC did cover cricket back in the day. That famous Booker T and the MG song. But no, there are no cricket songs. Let's stay with the whole hyper-real thing. I mean, for me, the classic sort of gothic connotation. I mean, Sebastian, as you've just heard, is this absolutely tragic song. It's again, I hate to repeat this, but it's theatrical. And I thought, well, let's make a connection. Let's make a connection with something that is a sort of gothic rock love song. So I thought immediately of Jesus and Mary Chain, a band that I don't actually like very much, but this particular song, Just Like Honey, I remember it rocking my world. So yeah, that is the connection. Gothic rock.